What is up, guys? Risha May here, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 5. I'm gonna throw this warning in here now. Warning: I am about to talk about the case against Puff Daddy Sean P. Diddy Combs. As y'all know, he has sexually allegations against him stemming from Cassie, and then 3 new players came into the game. My opinion is my opinion. I stand by my opinion, and if you guys feel otherwise, please do not comment or disrespect or root anything evil on my video or on my page. If you don't like it, just mindfully click off, go somewhere else, or go to another page. That's it. And strongly again, warning, being wise, if you don't like it, don't say anything at all. But if you want to comment, or if you agree, or if you have any other factors or opinions in it, throw them in the comments. I don't mind reading criticism, feedback, or anything like that in the tweet. I can take criticism, but you're not going to sit here, cuss me out, yell at me, this, that, and the third on my YouTube, on my own channel, because it's mine. So, just saying, no rudely harsh in the comments, but I'm going to talk about that briefly and just explain my opinion. This is my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm entitled to mine. So the case started with, well, first of all, let's just say overall, why am I speaking? I'm speaking because the realization is, I feel like ever since between Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and all that and above and beyond, sexual rape and sexual allegation cases have started to come out the woodwork with no problems. And the thing is that irks me the most is that there's never been no real evidence. Maybe with R. Kelly, yes. But as far as Bill Cosby and everyone beyond this point, I don't believe initially, because the thing is, there's no proof of evidence. One, none of these women walked into a police station. Be mindful of that. None of them walked into a police station. And you can say all in the world that it was due to trauma, they didn't have they were scared, that they were being controlled and manipulated, or that the person had higher power and was possibly could put a hit out on them. Stop it. Because if they would have did it back then, or at some point in the time frame, and they didn't. So that's not an excuse. My thing is, why I don't believe these so-called victims coming at Sean P. Diddy Combs, it's the way it was handled. Now, maybe others were handled differently, but it's the way his was handled differently. Because what crazy thing about it is, it starts off with Cassie. If you don't know who Cassie is the Being You Now singer who came out in 2021. That was her breaking hit. A couple songs after that, short, sweet, simple. She ain't had shit else. No bangers or nothing like that afterwards. Where it's like, that was her hit, and then Long Way to Go, and then there were some other songs. But in reality, it was only like Me and You was the biggest hit of her time. And when they finally broke up in 2018, now keep that in mind. They broke up in 2018, because I'm going to come back to that. Cassie stated in today's time, well, in November, that she said she was coming out to speak her truth, to stand up and speak for all rape victims from the past, the present, and the future. She stands and holds her head high for victims of any race and color, and basically all women who have been sexually assaulted and abused from anyone, including Diddy. Now, go back. Y'all can say he was a predator, but he really wasn't. He waited until Cassie was 21, and they started dating in 2017. 2007, not 2017. Now, here's the thing. Age of consent in America, and mostly in New Jersey. See, well, from what I know is, in New Jersey, the age of consent is 18. You know right from wrong when you're 19, 18 years of old age. age. But Diddy basically weighed into that woman was 21, even in her 20s. She was an adult. So it isn't like he raped a child or abused nothing of her. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I'm just saying, and she knew right from wrong. Why do I say that also that she's not a rape victim? Now, here's the thing. You stood by a man while he raped, sexually assaulted, and abused you. Now, wait a minute. There might have been abuse, because I know of plenty of females that have stuck by a man, that have beaten them, done some other harmful shit, and yes, they should be going to get treatment and help, but at the end of the day, you can't tell nobody what the relationship is, especially when you've been in a relationship with that person so very much long, that some women have been in relationships too long that they just say, hey, look, we gonna battle out, duke it out, but at the end of the day, bitch, I'm still coming home to you. So, it's what it is, what it is. And that's how some women think. But when you look in Cassie's situation, sexually abuse, rape, and all that would have been a tipping point for me. I would have left. Not sat there years, months, days with a man that's raping, abusing, and sexually assaulting me. And we can go forward and say, ain't the least, that she was afraid, scared. I get that. But you still had options. This man sent you on a vacation to the Eve somewhere, places, and all that type of stuff. You mean to tell me you didn't bother to walk into a police station, tell the police, find a security guard, authority, someone with authority in the higher up to put this man behind bars? Not a damn thing crossed your mind. It only crossed your mind when he started dating Young Miami. And I hate to say it, it is what it is. It is look like that because there was rumors that she was going up to Young Miami and telling her, look. So on and so forth. First of all, she was telling her, oh, stay away from him, he's not good. Stay away from him, he's not that. Stay away from him, all this, that, and the third. She obviously didn't give a fuck because she was getting more gifts than everything in the world. She was getting splurged on. And he started messing with Young Miami after Cassie left him in 2018. So, gotta think. There might be some jealousy and hate there. Plus, there was also rumors that she was already looking for $30 from him. I don't know why. We didn't know why, or possibly whatever the case may be, but I call this a form of jealous rage, or more or less jealous, hateful ex. Call it what you will. Anyway, the reason why I don't believe Cassie is really a sexually assaulted rape victim, because, again, I would have left. If you stood by this man for years and you didn't bother to go tell nobody, that's one. So there's no police report, there's no file, there's no nothing. Just her words and her recountment of her mindset. The other reason why I don't believe she's a rape victim, too, pains me. First of all, she was seeking $30 million in a settlement for suing. Again, she told the world she was ready to tell her story and everything. She didn't tell her story. When overnight Diddy had given her an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, meaning she can't talk about nothing in the case, she can't say anything in the case, she can't talk about what happened, what went on. Look, I think there was abuse there, but I don't think there was sexual assault or rape there. Abuse is not no better, but sexual assault and rape would have been the icing put on the cake for me to leave. I was not standing by somebody where they raped me constantly. And especially if they sent me on trips and everything by myself when I literally had time to go and tell somebody about it. So this is why I really find this hard to believe. But again, non-disclosure agreement saying you can't talk about her or nothing like that. Or he can sue her, basically. And my thing is, not only did she willingly sign it, yes, it makes him look a little bit guilty on his part. It doesn't mean that man really did anything besides beat the hell out of her. My thing is, baby girl willingly signed an NDA and accepted $30 million of the settlement, and then walked out of the settlement office saying, thank you, I'm glad I shared my story with you guys, and I loved all the support and love from everyone around. Thank you, have a nice day. My thing is, what the fuck is your story? on pieces of paper, that don't mean shit. I'm sorry, because it's a recounting of your mind. You don't know possibly if she's telling the truth, lying, nothing like that. There was no tears, there was no sadness, there was no pity, there was no wallow, there was no nothing. Baby girl just literally walked out of the settlement building smiling, happy. $30 million and signed an NDA. Basically on her part, or she didn't do anything but just said, okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Let me take this money. Let me go shopping and be happy. Spending. Because I believe the other problem with her was that the fact of the matter also is that before she left Diddy, she had a bad spending habit. It was like, I think it was really bad. She was shopping every day, but she really didn't have a lot of money. We don't know, but I do remember at one point in time they were asking her, she was always up in jewelry stores, clubs, and buying purses and stuff. But that's not really the issue. The issue is here, she basically got $30 million of a settlement, signed an NDA, and walked out and didn't tell nothing at all. That's my issue. That's the third 1, 2, 3 issues. Because it's like, reality wise is basically, you're really saying, I'm gonna be quiet, just give me $30 million, let's go ahead about your life. No, where's the respect for the victims? Where's the speaking for the victims? Where's the standing up for the victims? Victims don't want money. Let's put it very clearly. Victims can get, and here's the other thing too. People online are screaming that he's gonna go to jail, he's gonna be real. No, he's not. Why? Because these are lawsuits. Reason one is because these are lawsuits that have no file, no case, no nothing. Mind you, again, none of these women walked into a police station. None of them went to a security guard, a police officer, nothing. All they have is a recounting of their memory, and that's it. And the only thing they can say is what happened, and who the fuck can remember something that happened a decade, years ago? Like, at this rate, come on now. Come on now with the bullshit. Stemming back to Cassie, though. Again, she moved forward, moved on. And then, after she did that, let's say, in 2018, right? Remember how I said we're going to stay on that? In 2018, broke up with Diddy. 2019, met up with her fitness trainer husband, Ventura. Now, here's the thing. You're a traumatized victim. She claimed in her settlement, and it was posted, I don't even know how they get them paperworks like that. It was posted that she was traumatized, she needed therapy, it was hard for her to do this, it was hard for her to do that. What victim you know hop on another man's, I'm not going to say Johnson, but I'm going to say what victim goes directly to another man and lays up underneath him after claiming she was needing therapy and nothing like that? Yes, y'all can say, oh, she probably been talking for him to a while and this, that, and the third. Yeah, that's fine. But real traumatized and therapy victims normally speak out and say, look, I need time to wait. Time to wait. I need time to talk. I need time to, heal. I've been through so much. Yada, 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 so on and so forth. All the mushy, gushy bullshit. My thing is, though, she opted and got married to this man on June 24th of 2019. So baby girl was not too shunned of not getting married. Not too traumatized, not much therapy needed, because most victims would have waited maybe 2 or 3 years. I can see if she married the man in June 24th in 2020, 2021, 2022, waited. Nah, she broke up with Diddy in 2018 and went with another man in 2019 and got married. Right, so where's the trauma, where's the therapy, where's the anything? I know I done seen real victims on TV have better effects on people and let them know their story than she did. And a piece of paper doesn't really prove much because you ain't say shit. All you did was sign a settlement and that was it. An agreement. And then next thing you know, people are screaming online, Cassie opened doors for victims and this, that. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She didn't open the door for victims. That's not what victims do. Real victims would say, I don't want the money yet. I want to take him to trial. I want to put him through what he put me through. And then I want my money. So I could go to therapy, get treatment, and get my mental health checked. Heck, because I'm going to need it. She didn't open doors for real victims. She opened a door for victims were so-called victims who needed a paycheck. Why do I say that? Because now you have women who are coming out the woodwork screaming that they have been sexually assaulted and abused by this man decades later now. And the stories are funny. First of all, the first story says from 1991. Baby girl, you waited 30 plus years to decide now you wanted to say something? Really? 30 something years. You waited that long to decide to say something. And don't say, oh, I was so afraid, this, that, and the third. No, you didn't. You wasn't afraid. She opened the door for victims who wanted a paycheck. Needed money, whatever the case may be. Call it what you will. Call me what you will. I don't care. Ain't nobody waiting no damn 30 years to decide now they want to say something. 30 years. What the hell were you doing for them 30 years? Between them 30 years. Let's go to that. Between. And there's no, again, no police report. No file. Baby girl just has this on her memory. Her mindset. You watch one woman get a paycheck and then to say, I need one too. So let me go tell the world how I was abused in 1991. Not now, not maybe 2 months. 1990. Who the fuck can go back that far and think like that? Like, who? What person? Who can even remember what they did in the 90s anyway? And then everybody's saying they're trying to out him having sex parties. You might as well out the entire celebrity industry. Because at this rate, it's a bunch of moguls, designers, models, everybody. They didn't had sex parties for years. The 70s, 80s, 90s, if you don't know, they were the liberate sanctuary of sex parties. Bitch, hippies had them in the fields. Woodstock was the greatest party of all time. You had people fucking inside and outside of the building, outside in the open, and especially in the 80s and 70s when when disco was popular, and black people was getting recognition for certain things. Shit, sex parties was the greatest hit of them eras. Again, 70s, 80s, 90s. Also, Freaknik was the biggest sex party of them all. It just released a goddamn documentary. So if you want to please out everybody in the entire industry, because that really wasn't. That's not even something that's not even worth outing. Shit, you might as well out the Beatles. You might as well out the Bee Gees. You might as well out shit. And who else I could think of from the 90s? And shit, Jam Master Jay. Who else? A lot. Because it was a lot going on in the 90s, 70s, and 80s. And I can tell you now, sex parties back then were livid. But that's all that were popular back then. Music, sex, making money, and having a come up at some point. And because everybody between them generations wanted money, fame, power, some form of way to get out the ghetto. Indication from movies and all people who have lived through the 90s and 70s and 80s. So, in reality, you can't out nobody for having sex parties, because the thing is, sex parties were the literal thing in the 80s, 70s, and 90s. So call it what you will on that one. But yeah, now all of a sudden people are trying to say, now all of a sudden you got a woman from 1991 saying something. Then you got a woman who claimed that from, I think, 1998, and then also added in Arsenal Hall from the group Guy. I can't pronounce his name, or Arsenio Hall or Arsenal Hall, whatever his name is. He's from the singer, and he's the lead singer and the member from Guy. If you know, I like that. And they're saying, she's saying that him and her sexually assaulted them. Then you got so Cassie was the first victim, a 1991 victim. The girl saying that Arsenio Hall and him raped her. And then you got a fourth victim who claimed that she was 17, and I've seen the pictures on the Shade Room. If you're not, go on the Shade Room and look. She claimed that he had sexually assaulted her by willingly sitting on this man nap. Now, here's my thing. And you can listen to whatever you want to listen to. First of all, me and my brother got into a heated debate over this. Yes, it is wrong for a grown-ass man to allow a 17-year-old to sit on your lap, but what I wanted to truly say is, how did he know that she told him she was 17? Nowadays, back then people were wild. I know 15, 16-year-olds that were in my school that were having sex with 25-year-olds. So at this rate, it is what it is. When you want to be, I'm not saying that he is not wrong for what he did, but how do you know that she didn't even look like she told him that she was 17? Because in the picture, she's literally willingly sitting on his lap doing this. And then the second set of pictures show her posing around the room, not in a bed, but like standing up saying, ooh, this, oh, that. Like, she's smiling and happy and everything. It looked like she had a good grand time. But she also had on a denim mini skirt and a, like, not all the way down, but a V-neck cut shirt, black with skulls on it. So basically, or I think it was the Gucci or Chanel level. Whatever the case may be, she literally looked like she was having a great grand old time. My thing is, again, did she tell him that she was the right age? Because back then, I know you needed ID like you needed ID now. And I say that to say back then, women lie. Especially when you're a teen and you wanted to do shit. And I know I did some shit. And I know a couple of other people that did some shit. So I'm saying to say, how does no one know that she didn't tell that man a fake ID, show that man a fake ID? And then it looks like she willingly just decided to sit on his lap and pose. Because she probably lied and said she wasn't the right age. My thing is to this situation, why I don't believe it. One, these cases have no reports, no files, no nothing. It's like a blank case. It's a blank case with no filing, an empty folder. Like that. Because the realization is they never walked into a police station. They never told nobody. Again, these are 30-something-year-old cases. Some, the last girl who claimed she was assaulted by him, or sexually assaulted, again, she just sat on his lap. She shared pictures of him sitting on her lap. That was her sexual assault case. But she said she was 17 in 2003. Again, how we don't know she was lying. It's a bunch of teenagers now that literally walk around here wearing belly button shirts, cutoffs, and everything in between. Yes, the grown-ass man adult should know wrong from right, but how do you know if she told him the right age? Nowadays, young girls want someone to literally look at them and pay them more attention, especially if they have the body, the figure, and rightness to it. They could be 17 or, shit, I hate to say it, 17, 18, or even 15. 17, 18, or 16. And nowadays, you can't tell no child nothing. Some of the parents that might be like, some of y'all who are parents might step in and say, hey, look, my daughter ain't doing this, that. But will you be able to control your daughter? That's the thing. A lot of people, when I was growing up, a lot of them parents, they didn't control their daughters. They couldn't control their daughters. By then, they thought they were grown by 17. They wanted to do what the fuck they wanted to do. And by then, they just walked out of their house and just like start. And one of them was 16-year-olds, and they were having a baby, prepared to have a baby. Be like a little, like, it was like this. So what I'm saying is, in reality, she's screaming she was 17 in 2003, and she sat up on this man. He allowed her to sit up on her lap, but it looks like she was willingly sitting up on his lap, and I think she may have lied about her age. So I don't believe her, as far as I don't believe any of the rest of them. Reason why is because, again, when they watch Cassie get a $30 million lawsuit, all of a sudden, everybody decided to say I was sexually assaulted. And it came right after she got the lawsuit. So again, in my opinion, I don't believe Cassie was a rape victim. She might have been an abuse victim, a battery. No, it's still not rape, but it's lesser than sexual assault and rape. And I don't believe she was raped, because real women would have literally told something, said something. She didn't say shit, but on a piece of paper. And then it was shared amongst the world. So how do you know she was even anything that was actually possibly true? And also the security guard, Audrey Day. Audrey Day is a girl from Daddy Kane who decided to break free from the break free from them and try to go solo, and now she running around her saying, oh yes, he did it, I was there, I was present. The white girl from Andre Day who tried to go solo and didn't make no hits. She need to shut up, because I don't believe her being like, you're jealous, you're mad because you didn't make no records afterwards, baby. You need a voice. Also, Columbus Short, and then you had Columbus Short and who the hell else accusing him? Orlando Brown, or whatever his name is, the dude from That's So Raping. Look, Orlando Brown hasn't been sane, normal, or any way in a great shape of mind since he told the world that Raymond Simone and the show That's So Raping was supposed to be a story about how they went through high school in real life before they became famous, and was supposed to be romantically together and this, that, and the third, and at the end of the show he was supposed to get married to her. Raven shut that shit down and said that was a lie, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and then he lost his mind after that. He hasn't been sane since then. Columbus Short hasn't either. And them two both have been the mental unstable people. But I don't believe Columbus Short or them, because someone just bust somebody's window. What the hell? I don't believe Columbus Short or Orlando Brown, because they both been mentally unstable. Azalea Banks is literally an online troll, because at this rate she'll talk about anything and to stay relevant. The woman only made a couple songs her damn self. So, and then you got 50 Cent. Look, he better look out, because the thing is, nowadays sexual assault gets you paid, and I hate to say it, the more these women come out, it's like looking at a book of how to get money, and the best way to get money is literally screaming, I've been raped by one of these celebrities. No police report. Again, you gotta like look at this. There's no police report. This is only an accountant of someone's brain, a recountant of someone's conscience. They have not filed anything. There's no you can't investigate something that has no record of nothing. And then on top of that, people screaming he's saying he's going to jail. He's not. These are lawsuits, meaning these are just being paid off situations. He's only going to get paid, maybe his reputation tarnished and his legacy, but in reality and respected, he ain't going to go to jail. He's just going to sit on the side, and literally pay them all. He has no choice but to pay them, if none less if he's found guilty. But in reality, you're really going off the base of someone's memory. And final thought, are these victims going to use that money to a good advantage? I don't care what none of y'all say. If you claim to be a traumatized victim who needs therapy, mental support, and everything like that, I want to see an update of all these victims walking into a fucking therapy center and saying, I need assistance and help with my mental state. I just came out with my rape and abuse case, this, that, and the third, yada, 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 and so on and so forth. So, like, I want to know, are they really going to go get the therapy they need? Because most of these victims, those probably think when they saw Cassie get $30 million, they probably said, I can get it too. But it's basically for your trauma. The money is really going to your trauma, your therapy, and your mind state. It's like you're supposed to go to a mental, like a center to get help for abuse victims and everything like that. In between, you're supposed to sit down, talk about yourself, talk about everything, or at least go to therapy and talk about it. And yes, you can say maybe they got therapy throughout the way, this, that, and the third, or they shouldn't have to go to no more therapy. But if you feel certain ways, you shouldn't be getting paid just for your trauma. You should be going to seek guidance, help, and everything to help you stay clear on your path. And that's the thing. Are these women going to use that money to get the treatment and therapy that they need, or are they going to use the money to go do something else with it? Because nowadays, social media has a high impact on everybody. Mamas, daddies, grandmamas, aunties, uncles. I ain't never seen grandmamas look this good in my entire decades of living. But most of the grandmas normally work out and stay in shape. The other ones getting surgery and getting paid for it. And that's where I say, can you really trust these victims? Like, can you trust these victims? Because I don't believe these are actual so-called victims. And again, 50 Cent better look out. Like, he coming like, it ain't possible, nigga. It is possible for someone to say the PIMP King shit had them in a room, in a closet in his house somewhere. 50 Cent been trolling this man for 2-3 weeks right now. Tell him he gonna make a documentary, talk about how they were all sexually assaulted, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. But my thing is, do you know possibly if y'all are next? Like, it's a lot of y'all in this industry that could be a possible target. Black people in success don't really mix. And it's not just on P. Diddy's. You gotta look at it. It's a bunch of motherfuckers being accused that are black. Jamie Foxx, Mike Tyson, Russell Simmons, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. A lot. There is a lot of black people. Even Lizzo was accused at one point, but that was actually debunked. Lizzo said, bitch, you're not going to accuse me of nothing. But she has been quiet lately. Well, no. She spoke out against hers, and so did Puff Daddy. He spoke out against theirs. And I feel like when you speak out and speak up and speak your truth, again, we heard these victim sides. That's the other thing. We're so quick to prosecute and say, oh yeah, they're guilty, this, that, and the third, and they don't deserve to speak or nothing like that. Throw them away and lock the key away. That's not how it works. In this world, in life in general, it takes two sides to solve a situation. We heard these so-called victim side. So my thing is, let the one who's being charged speak next to. Everyone's titled to a fair situation. And the reality is I'm just saying it, we don't get fair situations to people who somewhat probably do deserve a little bit of a chance to speak. And it's just crazy. Very crazy. My thing and opinion is, I don't believe these victims, because the thing is, like, again, when Cassie got $30 million, everybody decided to say I was sexually assaulted too. And I'm going to just say it like my mom said, all these women going to come out the woodwork saying they've been assaulted, and it's not necessarily great, because the thing is, she got $30 million of a settlement. Everybody trying to get money for whatever the case may be. And I just see it as a way of saying, basically, real victims, oh yeah, y'all only get a settlement in therapy. These women are just going to get a settlement and then walk the fuck out and be like, I made money. Let me go get my nails, hair, weave, body done. Because that's what I see happening next. A bunch of women going to go say that they got sexually assaulted. If they are proven innocent, they will get a payment, and then they ain't going to do shit with that money like they supposed to, and go do what the fuck they going to need. Get themselves a new hairstyle, new money. Again, that's why I say y'all need to do an update. Not new money, but go get their body done. Go get their chest done. Again, nowadays, I ain't never seen so great looking hot mama, grandmamas and daddies and uncles and daddies and all. Uncles, sisters, brothers, and all that type of shit. Cousins. They look great. Mommy makeovers do wonders. So, I'ma just be honest. I don't believe them. They don't look like they gonna be some big. It don't look like they gonna be all. It don't look like they all going. They don't look like victims. They don't sound like victims. It just sound like one got money, and then the other one got money. One got money, and then they all want money. So, that's my opinion. They all want money. And it's a terrible thing, because cash rules everything around me. Cream. Anyway, what I'm saying. Also, I wanted to say the sex parties is, I thought of some people. Wu-Tang, Lawrence Tate, I said Bill Cosby, Russell Simmons, designers, moguls, everything for the 90s. Again, you might as well investigate them too. Look, that's my opinion. I don't believe these are victims. I believe these are women who are looking for a paycheck. And basically, after Cassie got her money, and now everybody wants to pay it. Now everybody wants to say they've been raped and abused. These are decade-old cases that have no file, no nothing to them. So how the hell are you able to tell the truth from a lie? It's crazy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Again, let me know your opinion down below. This is a warning. Please don't comment no bullshit. I'll see you in another Vlogmas.